Good day, everybody, and welcome to my second Monster Hunter World video ever. This video is going to be all about the insect glaive. That's right, the arguably most shat-on weapon in the entire Monster Hunter community, maybe except for the lance. But I wanted to do a video on this weapon because I've been playing with it a lot and really liking it. But just in general, within, like I said, the Monster Hunter community and players, it's not regarded as a very good... My palette goes awesome there. Anyways, yeah, the glaive is not regarded as one of the best, weapons or even one that's worth your time. So I had a lot of fun with it, so I kind of wanted to just make a tutorial slash things I like about it if you're either bored of all your meta builds and killing everything in under a minute, or just want to try something new. So I'm going to be going over some basic attacks and controls. Oops, don't do that. And I'm also going to be going over the kinsect, which is a really critical part of using this thing right. And just some basic strategies slash really just things that I like about the glaive, and good ways that I found to use it and play with it. One quick note, this is a new profile I started on, so you're not going to see top tier weapons or top tier anything. You're kind of just going to see me go through the ICEBORNE storyline with whatever tier weapons are available. As of ICEBORNE, there have been a lot of improvements to the glaive, such as kinsect charging, which you can see here, and a couple other nice attacks and features that make this thing even nicer to use now than before. So the first thing I want to go into now is mounting, since this is the second time you've seen me mount a monster here, very early on in the hunt, actually. I like mounting in general, especially for solo play. For that, I actually have that silly Lumo vest for Mount Master. And I'm kind of fast forwarding here on purpose just to show you how quickly you can get mounts with any weapon, but especially with the glaives, since there's so many aerial attacks. So this is in actual time less than a minute between mounts. And just to preface, again, really quick, this is not a meta strategy. This is not for under 1 minute hunts or whatnot. This is just for fun. Especially if you're a new hunter and still kind of getting used to things, or a new player, it does help to spend as much time as you can mounting and downing monsters so you can just wail on them later and figure out the mechanics better that way. I have tested with the airborne decoration, by the way, which I use now. It does improve the attack power of all of the standard aerial attacks, which is just the standard left click on PC. It powers up the last hit of the right click, that one, aerial attack. Just the very last hit of it, since that's the only one that counts as an actual aerial. Hey, another mount. That's the third one of this hunt. And the aerial decoration, or airborne, sorry, also powers up the dive bomb attack, which I'll go into later. It's important to have your kinsect extract essence and be charged at all times during the hunt. Different parts of the monster extract different essence. Typically the head will have red, legs or wings will have white, and the body will have orange. These correspond to, attack, power, attack speed, and defense. The third one, the orange, the defense extract, is pretty optional. But the critical ones are the red and white extracts. You'll really want those. The attack rate is actually fairly high compared to most weapons. So what you've just seen here, the stun, the insect glaive does not have any stunning damage, but I shot a thorn pod. It actually is incredibly easy to clutch claw attack after you've thorn podded something's face. That does a lot of hits, so it'll do a lot of stun damage. So if you're wondering what all these massive explosions are that just happened, that leads me into the dive bomb, which if you're in the air, you hit control and you'll do the dive bomb attack. Basically, it's one of the stronger aerial attacks. It does 2 pretty strong aerial hits. And when you land, it follows up with 2 ground hits that are also semi-strong, but they also mark the monster for the kinsect to go and, attack later. This can be pretty handy, especially if you manage to land the ground attacks on the monster's weak points. The kinsects can actually do a lot of damage later, and they'll also fill up with extract, so that you can have that on hand in case you're about to run out. That's quite strange. It doesn't seem to mind that I chopped its entire tail off. Oh! That's why it doesn't mind. Okay. Turf war. When I am on the ground with the glaive, I tend to alternate depending on the situation between the stronger combo that's just all right clicks on the PC. It's basically 3 really spinny attacks. The left click will do a series of weaker and stronger hits that you can chain into the right click stronger hits. But those are quicker, so better if you just need to do a little bit of damage quickly and get out of there. The right click combos are much stronger but take longer to wind up. I don't think the Insect Glaive really has any useless attacks, which is another thing I like about it. Even the little aerial helicopter move that gets the most shat on by other players for being, well, pretty weak. Like, most of its hits don't have a lot of damage, but it has its uses. It's pretty good for dodging, I found, or just covering ground, and then if you need to spring back in the air again, or just kill the thing. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that really, but that's nice. Anyway, I do use the helicopter move sometimes, less than the others, but I do like to cover ground with it, do a little damage along the way. Especially for wings or weak points like that, it actually is okay. And it can help lead you really easily into the attacks you really want. Again, wounding on this thing is pretty great, aka the Clutch Claw attack. I think it does a decent amount of damage, it's pretty fast, so minimal risk. And wounding is actually pretty important if you want the kinsect extracts. That kind of leads me to not underestimating your kinsect. You can see here, this is my first Velkhana hunt, and I'm just using the highest Azure Rathalos. See? It's a good option to remember to have in your tool belt, especially if the monster kind of backs away or is far away and you're just closing distance and have nothing to do anyways. Might as well just shoot it with a kinsect and get some extract regardless. Regarding elemental versus non-elemental insect glaives, as you can see here, this fire elemented glaive is doing pretty well against Velkhana, better than I expected actually. I guess if you have a build already for elemental types, it's good, but otherwise the glaive is pretty good for raw damage as well. So you don't, especially if you're new again, or just don't feel like making a build yet for every element, you can kind of just get like a blast damage or a raw damage glaive and be pretty well off. So that's really about it. That's the insect glaive as I see it. So in summary, don't forget your kinsect, upgrade it, extract, charge your kinsect, use all the attacks available. It's really a flexible weapon, so you can use aerials when you need to, ground attacks for bigger damage. It's really adaptable, it's really easy to learn. I like that compared to a lot of other weapons. And don't forget your kinsect. That's all, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you like this. I'll eventually put out another video. Bye.